It's my face! Hi everybody, today I am going to be talking about my favorite things. Now this is really for the month of January, but also for some of December. I didn't do a favorites video in December. I don't know if I'm gonna do these monthly or not, or if I'm gonna do them every other month or something. Sometimes I feel like doing them every month, and sometimes I just don't have enough shit to like do a video. Maybe I'll just do them when I have a lot of things. I don't know. But let's just get into it. This will be some things planner related and non-planner related, and we'll start with the non-planner related first. Stuff that I like, stuff that I have been a big fan of. My lovely kitchen you're going to pay attention to because my office is a mess and I can't figure out the best angle to film from, so you're getting this. First thing I want to talk about is expensive. I'm not gonna lie. It was $145 at Ulta. I actually spent, I think, $100 because it was my birthday month, and so I had the $10 off coupon, and I had a whole shit ton of points I had been accumulating over time. But it's the Dry Bar, the Brush Crush, and it's a straightening hairbrush. Like, it's a heated brush that you use like in lieu of a flat iron. Started getting grungy too. I had to figure out how to clean these things. So what this is a paddle brush that has the element in here. Like, the bristles are plastic, they don't heat up, but the heating like plate is in the brush, and then you plug it in. You can heat it up, it goes all the way up to 450 degrees. And then what you do is you brush your hair from underneath like this, and as you brush it, it flattens it. Now, I just fucked my hair up. Good times. Now, I have wavy hair. It's not super curly unless I wake it up with some kind of product, and it's fine. I have a lot of it, although it is falling out. Like, my hair is thinning because of the medications I'm on, but it is fine, like very finely textured, and there's a lot of it. I don't know how well this would work if you have super curly hair. I feel like I had to turn it on the highest setting and brush it through, and it only took me about 10 minutes to get my hair looking like this. Not perfectly straight. If I wanted it like pin straight, I'd have to use a flat iron, but it controls the frizz. It really mellows out the natural waves, and it just makes it look nice, and I can do it quickly without spending hella time flat ironing my hair. I like flat ironing my hair because I find when I make it curly, the bald spots that I'm getting are more obvious, and when it's flat ironed, it just looks a little bit more put together. I'm more inclined to wear it down when it's flat ironed, which means that I don't pull it back and again exacerbate the problem I'm having with it falling out. So this was really handy in shortening that. I've been able to do my hair faster and with less of a pain in the ass. You have to use it on dry hair. It does not dry your hair when you're using it. I don't blow dry my hair because it takes too long, so I usually wash it the night before, let it air dry, and then use this the next morning. But like I said, it is pricey. I have no idea if cheaper ones work as well. Honestly, I was gonna get this one, or I think it's the Amica one, but I don't have a Sephora nearby me, so this is the one I got. It's basically my birthday present to myself. So far, I'm really loving it. Now, the second thing I'm actually wearing, and I have two of them I wanna talk about. These are the shirts, the t-shirts from Krissyanne Designs. They come with the pajamas, or you can get them on their own. I have this one with the astronaut Steve from the Go Wild pajamas for last year, and then I have another one that says "Too Honest to Fake It" on the back. And the reason I like these specifically is because the shirts that she uses are really soft. They are not women cut. They are unisex t-shirts, but they're not that boxy kind of uncomfortable t-shirt with like the super coarse kind of crunchy fabric. It's really soft fabric. It's a little bit more fitted and stretchy. They don't shrink too much, and they're just super comfortable. And because of my surgery this month, wearing comfortable clothes has been high on my list, and I just have worn the shit out of both of these two shirts. I love them. I love them. I'm gonna probably buy any of the ones that she comes out with for different patterns just because these are the most comfortable t-shirts I think I've ever worn. Speaking of comfortable, my other kind of clothing thing is this robe that my husband and kids got me for Christmas. I think they got it at Macy's, but I'm not sure. They got it when we were at the mall. The brand is Charter Club Intimates. I have no idea. I don't know what the price is. I don't know where they got it exactly. I'm just showing it to you because I love it. It's a short robe. It's like knee length on me. And the sleeves do not go all the way down. They're like 3/4 length sleeves, but they're nice and loose, which was really helpful when I got my fistula surgery done on my arm, because it was on here and on here on my arm, and I needed something loose. Like, I'm wearing this sweater today and I'm still healing, and even the snugness of the sweater is a little uncomfortable, but having a nice loose robe to wear, especially when I couldn't take a shower, it was just really helpful. Super soft, a little bit furry. You can see kind of the texture, very soft and lightweight. So it kept me covered and feeling nice, but not so warm that I felt like I was going through the change. And I'm not a robe person. I've never been a robe person, and this robe has become one of my favorite things in the mornings, on the weekends, and when I'm not feeling good. One other gift I got for Christmas, which I don't even know what category this falls into, awesome things on my desk perhaps, and some of you have commented on it because it's shown up a couple of times on my Instagram, is this motherfucker right here. This is a Funko Pop. It is a baby Audrey 2 Funko Pop from Little Shop of Horrors. If you've never seen Little Shop of Horrors, get right with your life and fucking watch it because it's amazing. There's apparently like a Seymour and an Audrey and a big Audrey 2, but the baby Audrey 2 is the one they got me for Christmas, and it is so damn cute. It doesn't even look like a Funko Pop. You know how Funko Pops usually have like the big eyes and like the specific design? This just looks like baby Audrey 2, and it has been my favorite thing on my desk more than anything else. I just love looking at it. It makes me happy. I just had to talk about it because if anything has made me happy in the last month and a half, it's been this little thing. That's not entirely true though. There are other things that have made me happy, hence this video. And one of the things that has made me happy has been arugula, which is really fucking weird because I've never really liked it before, but I think it was because I just kept trying to have it in salad and that didn't work for me. One of my goals for 2019 is to incorporate more fruits and vegetables into my diet that are compliant with a renal diet, not high in potassium or phosphorus. The problem for me is A, I'm a picky eater. So I only like a few fruits and vegetables to begin with. B, most of the fruits and vegetables I love are things I'm going to have to avoid, like citrus fruits and broccoli and spinach. Those are all things I really like, and they're all things that are high in potassium, so they are things I'm going to have to avoid at some point. So bringing in new vegetables is, I'm picking one per month and I'm focusing on it and seeing if I can find recipes that I like that I can incorporate into my diet, or to find out if I really just don't like it, then I'll know that that's not one to focus on. And for January, we picked arugula, and the experiment has gone very well. I've tried several recipes. I have a Pinterest board of arugula recipes. Next month is going to be cauliflower. That should be interesting. My family liked all the things we made, but there were two that really like hit home and are really gonna be staples in our family recipes from now on. One of them is a recipe from the New York Times, and it is a pancetta and roasted garlic and arugula pasta situation. And it's wonderful because the pancetta is kind of salty and fatty, and then you put chili flakes in it, so it gives it some heat. I'm not somebody who can do with a lot of heat or spiciness. My family loves it, so they always like hot sauce the fuck out of their food, but I generally don't cook with a lot of that because I have trouble with it. Well, this has just enough heat to kind of put me on edge, but enough that I still can eat it. And then you wilt down arugula, and then you roast garlic and you cook that into it as well. And the whole thing is just a mixture of flavors, and it is so goddamn delicious. The second recipe is from a website called The Country Cleaver, and it is sandwiches, like breakfast sandwiches, and they are made with bacon, like a runny yolk egg, arugula, and cheese. And there's also like bruschetta or something on them, which I didn't do because I don't like bruschetta. It's on a ciabatta roll. And so what we did was Trader Joe's Applewood smoked bacon, really thickly sliced sharp cheddar cheese, runny yolk eggs, and arugula on ciabatta rolls, and holy crap, was it delicious. So good, so very good. So yeah, the arugula experiment was a success. We'll link those two recipes down below, as well as my Pinterest, where you can follow along with the recipes I'm saving for each of these months of vegetable fruit experimentation. Okay, this next thing was sent to me by one of my patrons and one of my podcast guests, Brandy Lee. One of my favorite Instagram accounts for the longest time has been Unspirational. I've talked before about how inspirational quotes on Instagram they frustrate me. They're just not my thing. I really have never been a big fan of a lot of them. Unspirational takes them and twists them and makes them the opposite of inspirational, which I oddly find inspiring. Well, Brandy sent me the Unspirational 2019 calendar where it's each day, there's a different inspirational quote. Some other examples would be like, people are afraid to tell you your breath is bad. Whether you believe you can or believe you can't, you can't. So these are just, they're cracking me up. It's a little bit of sarcasm and just hilarity for each day, and I super appreciate it. I also want to talk about another gift. This is funny, like, you know, when people know you, they send you things you may never have thought to buy for yourself. The Unspirational calendar is one of those things. This is actually another one. My sister gave this to me for Christmas. I think she got it at Hot Topic. I'm not sure though. I'll link it if I can find it. This is the handbook for the recently deceased note card set. So this is from Beetlejuice. I love Beetlejuice. If you've never seen Beetlejuice, much like Little Shop of Horrors, get your life right and go watch Beetlejuice. But the handbook for the recently deceased is the book that they leave you in the afterlife to figure out what in the hell you're supposed to do with your afterlife. It reads like stereo instructions. So you open this thing up, it holds the note card set. So what's in here is a little notebook just for your own note-taking pleasure that has the sandworm on it and then like beetles for Beetlejuice on it. It's very, very cute. I don't know how much I'm gonna use this, but the note cards are what I'm loving, and I haven't started using them yet, but I intend to when I start sending out some more stuff next month. They come with envelopes that are like purple kind of painted that say Beetlejuice on them, and then there's some seals that have beetles and skulls and so on and so forth. And then there's the actual note cards themselves, and there's 4 different ones. This one says, "I'm the ghost with the most, babe," and they're blank inside. Go ahead, make my millennium. Then there's saying Beetlejuice 3 times to, you know, bring him out of the underworld. And this is my personal favorite. Never trust the living. I love Beetlejuice, and this just tickles my fancy in so many ways. The kind of kitschy, cheesy thing that is right up my alley. I've got a washi tape for this month. If you've been watching my bullet journal videos, you are not gonna be surprised. This came from the Simply Gilded kit a couple months ago, I think. It looks like embroidery or knitting, and it's gray and it has snowflakes on it. The kit itself, I love it. It comes with some things like a little bag or a pen or some like cutesy like keychains, but it also comes with like 5 rolls of Simply Gilded washi and stickers. And it's the washi and stickers I use the most. I've been passing on things that I don't use to my kids and to whoever else. But this particular roll, I've already used like half of it. I'm gonna run out of it soon, and that's gonna make me sad. So this has been definitely a favorite of mine for this month. My favorite new pen, or like new to me pen that I have been loving on, it's from the new Mildliners set. I believe it's called the Bright Colors set. I did a video on all of the Mildliners, including the new ones, and I'll link that up above. These 3 colors specifically have been the ones I've been using on my pain tracker, and I love them. These are like my favorite Mildliner colors of the whole collection right now. This one is Mild Summer Green, this one is Mild Lavender, and this one is Mild Fuchsia. And all 3 of these are just gorgeous and a welcome addition for me into the Mildliner world. On that note, I don't think it's any surprise that so far I have been loving my Archer and Olive bullet journal notebook. The paper is so thick, nothing bleeds. There are 2 caveats to me loving on this. The first thing is that my fine liner of choice, the Pilot, classic Pilot fine liner, doesn't dry very quickly on this paper, so it smears. So I haven't decided if I'm gonna switch to a new pen or just live with it, but that's been bumming me out. The second thing that I've been noticing more and more often is that the stitching on this notebook is not as awesome as the stitching on, say, a Scribbles That Matter. If you look at the Scribbles That Matter notebook, the stitching of the actual pages, it goes all the way up to the top, but on the Archer and Olive, it doesn't, and so the pages can start to like fold forward if you're not careful. That's just something to bear in mind. These are also more expensive than some of the other notebooks, but the paper is so nice. So I'm overlooking the couple of things I'm not so sure about with this, because just in general, I'm loving on the paper. I don't know if this will be my next bullet journal this year, or if I'm gonna bounce over back to a Scribbles That Matter or to a different notebook. I'm not sure yet, but so far having the nice thick paper has felt very luxurious. Finally, the last thing that I've been loving this month so far has been the power sheets. I did a whole bunch of videos at the beginning of the month, a couple of them at least, on my process of going through these, and the reason so far that I'm really liking them is because I've been going back to them every day. I know that's not necessarily the power sheets themselves being the reason I go back to them every day, that I'm making the choice to go back to them every day, but I put so much work into the prep that I almost feel like I have to go back to them or I would have wasted all that time. They're fun to look at. I love having everything in one place, and it's just suiting my style right now. They've been very helpful. They have become part of my regular planning process, and next month I am going to be doing a plan as you go. So starting February 1st, I'll be doing a plan as you go month, and these will factor into it every single day. So far, they have been very useful to me, and these have been one of my most used items in January, therefore one of my favorite items, if that makes sense. I will link everything down below. Some of those things are affiliate links. If you use them, you are supporting this channel, which I really, really appreciate. Like I said, we're going into Plan As You Go for next month. I'm excited to see you every single day in February, and I hope that you subscribe so that you can catch those videos when they happen, because, you know, why not see me every day? Wouldn't that be fun? I'd love for you to tell me things you've been loving in December and January. Like, did you get something good for the holidays? Did you get a gift for yourself? Or is there something that's been helping you with goal setting? Or is there just something you liked? Tell me down below. This is my favorite time for enabling, is in these videos. So enable us in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video.